Good evening, guys. This is one of the first videos I'm actually recording at night, where I'm starting at night, I think. The whole video. Anyway, this is wrapping the front spoiler lip, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, that's the lip. So I managed to get a strip of 1 meter length. This is just under 2 meters. So 2 pieces with a joint in the middle. So it's the next day. The wrapping last night was an epic fail. Not for the life of the vinyl does it want to stick. So I've decided to wipe it down and I'm going to primer it and then I'm going to wrap it. So I'm using Spray Mate plastic primer. Plastic primer has an etching property enabling strong adhesion. This is now the first coat. Let that dry, give it another coat. I'm probably going to give it 3 to 4 coats, and then I'll give it a light sand with 1000 grit to get it nice and smooth, and then she should be ready to wrap. Let's hope. This is what we're left with. Check it out. Check that. That's how well this primer adhered to this here. Check that. Good as new as if there was nothing over there. Like even here where it's like super thick. Boom. Look at that. It just flakes off. Yeah, so you can hear I'm quite despondent. Should just put it on as is. Oh man, what a pain in the ass. Anyway, I need to do some googling on painting polyurethane. Hey guys. So this is probably day 3. 4. I don't know, I can't remember anymore. Anyway. Finally sanded it down, got all that paint off that was flaking, and like just even touching it now, like it feels like it wants to stick. So I'm going to primer it again. I think I'll probably do a test piece and then we'll go from there. Yeah, cool. Let's give it a go. Primered. You can see compared to last time, that's me running my nail across it. Still leaves a little bit of a line, but it's not taking off the paint. And then I'm busy spraying the bit inside now, just covering up a few areas where I think the wrap is going to come around. Yeah, and then give it the sand down that it needs, and then it's time to get wrapping. I pretty much had this half wrapped, and when I was laying down the second half, when I got around about here, she tore. And I don't have enough vinyl left. I mean, I had this thing wrapped, like properly wrapped, and I peeled it off and not a single bit of primer came off. So I'm happy with the way the primer is sticking. This is what the lip looks like, so we can see it looks pretty good until we get to this area, and what looks like a flake is actually millions of tiny little holes. So I'm gonna sand her now. And then give her another 2 or 3 coats, and then whatever she looks like at that point I'm going to clear, but I think overall she's going to go good. Hey guys, so busy finishing up the lip. Yeah, using a scratch remover, so very harsh abrasive, and then finishing it off with this Meguiar's Ultimate Compound Cut and Clarity Restorer. So yeah, I started. You can basically see over here what it looks like. I've gone over it with a 1200 grit sandpaper to try and remove most of the orange peel. I'll show you basically what she's looking like now, post polish. So the clear coat has gone and done something funny over here. You can see that is in the clear coat. So yeah, it's a bit weird, and then up there as well as a line. But the rest of it though has come out there, and then up here there's a bit. So I painted this in the sun. I think that was a mistake. So I think it started drying up a bit quickly, and I've heard it makes these what they call clouds. But other than that, I mean, how good does she look? she's on, and I mean on. Like, so I've got double-sided tape laid in here. Okay, so it looks, let's see if we can get some light. It looks like there's a big gap over there, but there isn't really. So if you look at the double-sided tape, it's not that bad. It's not perfect. Other side's a bit better. But yeah, this is what she's looking like. There's that funniness on the side, but whatever, it is what it is. I'm super happy with the fitment up here against the grill. Check at that. Boom, all the way. So she's on. So I've got double-sided tape in the seam over here, around till about there, and then inside here I've got double-sided tape running across the bottom there. Alright, and then again over here I've got double-sided tape running here. You can see the fitment on the side's much better. Anyway, and then yeah, it comes around to the back, and then we've got our 2 screws that we put in over there. Anyway, so that's on. She's on. I think that should be sturdy enough. And as you can see at the bottom, we've got our splitter lying there. So I'm going to climb in out of the car and check how she fits and where to fit her and all of that. That's the lip that I got, guys. If you wanna get the same. There's some springs that we got. We're busy building a bench work press to do the suspension on the car. So it's standing over there, busy. Yeah, check at that. It's busy. My dad's busy painting it. Anyway. So yeah, I'll update you as soon as I figured out how this splitter goes on. Alright guys, we have my brother standing here. Yeah. He wasn't expecting that. Anyway, so got the splitter held on with tape. You can see over here around the top, and then underneath the bottom you'll see there we've got tape. So basically got it in place. The splitter's got this line, I don't know if you can see it over here, that follows basically where it makes contact with the lip. It does not line up nicely. You can see at the back here, check at this. It just doesn't want to line up. So what I've started doing is, it came already pre-drilled with this hole, and then same on the other side over there. So I've already gone and drilled that, transferred that hole over into the spoiler or the lip, and then put through a nut and bolt. You can see over there, that's basically the setup to washers, and then a spring washer and a nut. I need to clean that out. Oh my word. Bolt. Don't want that stuff to be caught in there. There we go, much better. And then I'll see how I feel, how it lines up, how it's sitting. If I'm going to then maybe drill extra holes where I'll put in those push type clips just to hold it in place. I'll see how much fastening it needs. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. I think it looks sick on the car. It's just getting to fit is a bit of a mission. Done. Looks amazing. So she's mounted like here. See, like that's sturdy AF. Check at that, like the whole bumper moves. So yeah, she's mounted. I'm still deciding if I'm gonna do from here to here, those extenders. I'm still deciding. But yeah, I think she looks freaking sick. So how did I mount it? Okay, we've got one of these plastic clips at the end to hold the end on, and then we've got 3 Bolton washers on either side, so it's 6 total, and then in between, in areas where I felt it was pulling apart, I put in these clips. I think it's good. We'll see how long it's gonna last, since it's fiberglass. We'll see how many times I'm gonna scrape it before it's toast. But this looks insane. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna have a problem with speed bumps. The center is nice and high, but the sides are cocked. But it looks so sick. Oh, check at that. Yes. Update, me from the future, a day after I fitted the stem splitter. It scrapes everywhere. the wrong lip. The shape of the lip, it ducks down at the end towards the wheels, and the bumper stops around about here. That's the extension you get on the lip. It's just causing so much crap. Speed bumps, driving into driveways, you name it, it's scraping. And I'm on stock suspension, so I'll show you guys what it looks like a day after. So, God, it looks. Let's just admire quickly how amazing it looks. It looks so sick. That's what it's looking like. Cracked up on the side. So, what I'm thinking of doing, especially because this rounds down, so I'm thinking of taking it from about here. I'm gonna draw a line and kind of just flat it out to the back. I think that will save it a bit. Yeah, and then just moving around to the other side. This side's pretty bad. I'm very upset about this one, because even if I do flat it out, it's cracked so high up. So if this splitter was up here where the bumper actually sits, we would have been a-okay, but unfortunately we're not. So wrong combination lip with this splitter. Okay, so I think we've decided. As you can see here from the side, I just basically use the straight edge on the tape, and that gives us our cut line, our gradual transition from that into a flat bottom. Yes, the usual mess, no space to work. So what I've done is I've taken one of the bolts and nuts, and I've basically sandwiched it between here to hold the thing. You can see I've drawn in my lines where I want to cut, so that's right on the bend around here. And then this is, if you look closely, where the tape joins, right? So I'm going to stitch it out just so I can see when I'm cutting. I'm going to be cutting with the cutting disc on the angle grinder. Try and trim off the edge, and then we'll remove it and see what it looks like, and see if we need sand and all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to do the same on that side. You guys will see that on the time lapse. Just thought I'd update you on what I want to try, and then I'll update you on how it went. So we're all trimmed up. See, boom, and that's the line. So it's pretty, the transition is pretty subtle. I like it, and that's the worst of what's staying behind. So she's fitted back in the car, and it looks pretty decent, eh? I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you didn't know what it looked like before, you'd think this is how it's supposed to be. So looking from the side, ah, crap, let's get that light out of the way. Look at that. Oops, sorry, boom. So let's get closer. So here, you can see there's, let's see if I can show you. There's my cut line, right there. So it kind of comes in at the right time. Check that. Looks good, eh? I think we got a bit of extra clearance out of it. This was, wow, way more difficult than I had expected. I thought it was literally going to be a 1 weekend job, like today, 2 hours and it's on. But I decided to paint it, wanted to wrap it, and then paint it, and all of that it just gave me trouble. So in total, it took 3 weekends. So 3 weeks later, it's on. But it's done, and I think it looks good. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. Learn from my mistakes. I'm not an expert in painting and things like that, but it was fun. It was a good learning experience. This is probably the biggest paint job I've ever done, in terms of making sure that the primer sticks, making sure that the base is thick enough, making sure that the clear is thick enough, and then sanding it to get orange peel out, and buffing it afterwards and polishing it. In that aspect, biggest job I've ever done, and I'm extremely stoked with the outcome. I think it looks amazing. The color between the black out of spray can and the black, because the splitter was already painted, the black from the splitter is darker than the black from the spray can, so that's a bit of a crappy part. But other than that, I'm stoked. It was amazing experience. I think it looks good, and I learned a lot. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe. Thanks. Cheers.